What's up guys, Ollie here from Overload RC. Just picked up this one off Gumtree for 25 quid, £25. Just thought I'd quickly give you guys a quick look at the state of some of these RCs that you can pick up. I still think it's a bit of a win because I'm going to go through this, but as you can see, it's an ansmann Terrier 2.0. If I head round here, you can see that's not a good sign, is it? So the shell's a bit knackered, so let's get rid of the shell quick. And as we can see straight away, bent shock tower, and the chassis is actually bent. This thing's had a head on with a wall. The wheels are still straight. I've checked the wheels, diffs and all that are still engaging, teeth are still fine, spur gear and pinion. The exhaust system isn't really attached. The tank is being held in by a nail, and the other one by not a very good looking screw. It's a bit of a win for me though guys, because it comes with a 2.4 gig controller, and believe it or not, if I pick this up, oh yeah, and the engine's loose as well. I'll spin it around for you guys. As I say, 2.4 gig controller. It's got a nice hump pack here. It's a 1600 milliamp one. Comes with I've got the charger and everything guys with it, and obviously the 2.4 gig receiver. Air filter, it's all going to be cleaned up. The chassis looks bent, this is broken. I'm going to glue that back together, straighten the chassis out, the shock tower out, and go through it and clean it up. But I thought I'd give you guys a quick look at it all before I go through it. The state of it, it's just covered, nail hanging out the fuel tank. Engine's very good condition. It feels like it's got great compression, loads of compression there, blimey. But we'll get the engine out. I might go brushless conversion on it, I might not. We'll have to wait and see. But at the end of the day, it comes with a little bit of fuel. It comes with a controller, a charger. I mean, it's a lot of kit, guys, for £25. These buggies still go for quite strong money. The wheels look pretty much brand new. They've done no work. But I mean, there's a big play in there again. I'll go through it top to bottom. You probably know what I'm like now with these things. I'm pretty thorough. Straighten out everything. Might order myself a new chassis plate. But this will be an ongoing video. I'll go through cleaning it up and let you guys know what's happening as I'm going along the way. And here we are, carrying on with the strip down and clean up of my new £25 ansmann. Is it 2.0 Terrier, something like that? I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's Terrier 2.0. Strip the tank out. It's still dirty, my hands are dirty, everything's covered in fuel. Gonna clean that up again, give it a good clean. I gave the exhaust a quick polish. Always use this stuff, it's brilliant stuff. Auto Sol metal polish. But yeah, so that's not too bad, except for the little exhaust boot that goes on the back of the exhaust. That was snapped, so I want to get a new one of them and a new spring. It didn't have a spring for it. I'll give it a little clean up along here to have a look. It doesn't look too bad, as you can see though. Everything needs going over. This screws, this Allen key bolt's loose. The engine's loose. As I say, it all needs going through, but I'm still going through it. I'm going to rip the engine out now, because that could do a good degreasing anyway, clean up. That's as far as I'm going to go with the strip down, I think, apart from this other side, fixing this plastic here, air filter off, cleaned up. I don't want to strip this down too much, because one, I'm not really in the mood for this to go that in depth with. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I just mainly want to get it running and see how I feel about it. But yeah, I'll carry on and then I'll be back with you soon. Hey guys, Ollie here from Overload RC. Just thought I'd quickly carry on with my videos to do with this ansmann Terrier 2.0 that I got. I'm an hour about last time if I should change the chassis plate, because it was so knackered. It is bent like a banana, guys. If I just get this out of the packet there with me. Got a brand new one in here, brand new chassis plate. So it looks like I'm completely stripping down and rebuilding this buggy. But But I need to straighten this shock tower out. That's bent. You can see that as well. And there's a buckle. Buckle here. I'll sort that around so you guys can see it. There's actually a buckle there where it's taking the impact. It's twisted the chassis up. As you can see, it looks pretty bent. It's pretty bananaed. But it's getting stripped down now, so the engine's out and everything will be getting cleaned up. And I bought new shock oil for the shocks to rebuild them. But next time you see it, I'll have all these bits stripped down off the chassis plate, and I'll be going through cleaning them, getting them ready to put on the new chassis plate. So I'll see you until next time. Just thought I'd show you guys something else that needs repairing. That's quite broken up into some few bits. There's not a bit for the front, but I can glue these to that, glue these back, put a nice bit of glue along there. That'd be very strong. But this chassis is just absolutely bent and mangled. Even this drive shaft's bent and needs straightening out as well. I've got all the parts stripped down now. Well, most of the back end. I'm just going to get the front diff off. Obviously, middle centre diff off. These off, and then I can introduce the new chassis and start getting some of the clean up parts back on and repair the parts that need sorting along the ways. But everything's just filthy, everything's covered, it's fully been neglected, this thing top to bottom. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous when it's finished. You won't recognise it, it'll be lovely. So I'm going to carry on, guys. There's the new chassis plate, brand new. As you can see, straight as it goes, as straight as a die, that one. There's the old one. See it? Bowing up like crazy. The whole thing's just bent from front to back. Let's say they all look right. I've got all the parts off now. As you can see there, there's loads of bits and bobs all over the place, but the good news is it's gonna look. This has turned out absolutely mint. There's not a scratch on this. It's gonna look brand new when it's done. I'm just gonna start cleaning everything up now, get it installed in this new chassis plate, and then we'll just start building up as we go along. So I'll start getting some parts cleaned up and onto this new plate. Be back with you in a sec. There we go. Quick update now. As you see, got these sides back on. I repaired this side, glued this one and this one. Obviously didn't have that front piece, but it's strong enough, not going nowhere. Sorted this out, that's all cleaned. I've straightened out most of the other chassis parts. Straightened out. This part's all nice and straight now. So when that goes all back in, that'll look lovely. At the moment I'm just stripping down the front end, and I'm just about to rebuild the front shocks because there's absolutely no oil in there whatsoever. What's new oil today from the model shop. So I'll get that front end cleaned up and shocks rebuilt and put back on, and that's next time you'll see it. We'll have the front end back on and maybe the back end and the servos and all sorts of parts back on. We'll see how we go. It's looking good. See you in a sec. That's the front shocks done, filled up with new oil. One of them had a bent shaft, so it wouldn't go the way up. Now I'm just about to hit this bent shock tower. I think that's the last of the bent items to straighten out. You can see the state of it. And then this will all be cleaned up and put back together with it all. So it's getting there, but it's a lot of work. Till next time. Like I said, all the front's done. I've got all that in there now. I've gone over that. Shocks are rebuilt with new fluid, heavier fluid actually this time. So that's looking good. Drive shaft's in. So literally, that's all cleaned up now and straightened out. Shock tail's all been straightened now. So it's just straight and sitting where it should be. What I'm gonna do is carry on now, guys. Get the rear built up and get the rear on, then I'll carry on with all the assembly. But I'll try to give you guys a good step by step with it. You know, you can turn these cheap RCs that have been battered into great ones again. and this is just a video to show you how. Rear clipping, all rear ending, shocks rebuilt, diffs front and rear re-greased, everything's been cleaned top to bottom, and now we'll get all the electrics in. So that's the electrics all in, everything's been straightened out, everything's nice and straight now, everything's clean. I mean, it's literally looking new on new, especially with that clean new brand new chassis plate. Just thought I'd show you guys. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the engine all cleaned up, which is down that little gap with the exhaust in front of it. I've got the old dead chassis plate hanging up, and got to get the wheels cleaned as well. Sorry about the mess, guys, but you know what it's like when you start getting into these RCs. Right, I'll get the engine cleaned up and get it in. Right, there's the engine in, all cleaned up, looking good. All the bolts in the bottom of it now, all the bolts are done up, like last time they were all wobbly. I've checked the engine over, it's hardly done anything. Whoever had this didn't run it much. Although when they did, they must have run it into every wall possible with the short amount of time they used it. But yeah, so it's got full compression, great engine. It's just pretty much internally brand new and externally brand new. It's all lined up nicely, pinion and spur gear, all both metal. Lovely setup. As you can see, it's all coming together now. It's all looking really clean. You can get good deals, guys. This chassis plate was £15 delivered brand new, and the whole car cost me 25. As I say. So right now I'm going to go and clean the tank up and get that in. The only thing I won't be able to fix properly, but I'll put in place, is the exhaust today, because I haven't got that rubber gasket for the rear of the engine or the spring yet. I will be ordering that now. Now I can see how well this is coming together. I'll go and get the tank cleaned up. Just an update, guys. She's looking good. Green piping looks the part. New filter on there. Engine's bolted in place. The exhaust needs the new gasket and spring, but it sits there nicely. It's all bolted up down here. I've had my Pepsi and my chocolate bar, so I'm a bit more powered up. God, that's fluorescent piping, that hosing. So now, yes, as you see, guys, it's looking real mint now. I'm really happy with the results, considering this car had been crashed flat out into a wall and the chassis was bent like a shoe. It's kind of real good. I mean, we're talking new diff grease, we're talking new shock absorbers, fluid, shock fluid, engine's been checked, stripped down and checked, rebuilt, tank's clean as a whistle, all new piping, new filter, the electric's the original, but all that plating would be straightened out. You know, there's a lot involved here, guys. What I'm going to do now is just go and clean the air filter up, get that all washed through and get some new air cleaner oil on there. And clean the wheels up, and I think we'll get it on its wheels for now, and that'll do for today. See you in a bit. There we go then, guys. This is with the wheels on, clean them up so they come up real nice. Air filter's all on now, put some green zip ties on there to make it a little bit better. Cleaned all the air filter up. You can see, obviously, this thing barely fits on my table. That thing's actually wider than my low-C. Well, I don't know. As I say, it's come out ridiculously nice. I'm really happy with that. Not bad for a 25 quid car, plus £15 bottom plate. Little tip for cleaning the air filters, guys, if you've got a dual stage, double stage filter, is flash with bleach, just for the outer dust filter. That was black, and now it's absolutely perfectly white. You can see that. That's just a little bit of flash with bleach, bathroom style. But also with the tank, if you're cleaning it, use a bit of bleach. As you see, that looks a brand new tank now. There's not much that doesn't look brand new on this. Engine come up really nice. It's a really nice looking engine as well. Good looking. I've got to order a shell for it now, because obviously the shell was knackered, as you saw in the first video. If I lift it up, there's a brand new chassis. So you can't go wrong with that. As I say, we'll get some runs in of it, guys. Thinking I might offer it to one of my friends called Wayne. We've recently just started with all the monster trucks. Tony's got his, was it MT-A4 Thunder Tiger S50. Lewis has got his Savage 25. I've got my low C LST with a 28 engine in it. And Wayne's just got one of them HSP backwash or whatever it is, little thing. So I think this will really suit him. Obviously, you can see me. You're not going to get much better than that. Alright guys, well, I'll do a separate video later on for this share on the running videos. But this completes my basically rebuild of it. As I say, it is an ansmann Terrier 2.0, and it was absolutely annihilated, and now it looks really nice and clean. You can't really go wrong with that. I'm happy with it, guys. Leave me a like if you like it, and subscribe. Take care, guys. Have fun with your RCs.